Most people go their entire lives trying to change the results in their life, never realizing that it's not about the results, it's about the needs behind those results, the drivers, the unconscious engines running the whole show. In this video, we're diving into the advanced psychology of the 6 human needs. And if you are ready for real transformation, not tips, but foundational truth, this is where it starts. So let's go deep. And I want to start with this. If you're not familiar with the 6 human needs model, I highly recommend starting with my previous video of this that I have published. But for now, a quick refresher of the 6 human needs. So at the core, all human behavior, yours, mine, anyone's, comes from an attempt to meet 6 fundamental needs. Certainty, uncertainty, or variety or change, significance, love and connection, and growth and contribution, service. And the first 4, certainty, uncertainty, significance, and love, are the needs of the personality. They are about survival and identity. But the last 2, growth and contribution, these are the needs of the spirit. That's where fulfillment lives. So let's explore each at a slightly deeper level. Okay, so certainty. The desire to feel safe, stable, in control. We all have it. We want to know what's coming next, you know. We want to eliminate all the risks. But here is the truth. Certainty is an illusion. We live in a world where certainty has been manufactured. You know, grocery stores, insurance, you know, GPS, pensions. But when we depend on certainty too much, we become fragile. Predictability becomes a prison, you know. And so here is the shift, how we can change that. The quality of your life is in direct proportion to the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably live with. Let me repeat that. So if you want to grow, if you want to evolve, if you want to transform, then you need to build tolerance for the unknown, for the mystery, for the uncertainty. So your ability to step into situations without knowing the outcome and trust yourself anyway, no matter what happens. Because the most exciting and meaningful and fulfilling things in life all live on the other side of certainty. So uncertainty or variety, this is the spice of life. Change, you know, challenge, novelty, surprise, unknown, mystery. But you know, it's also the source of fear, because with variety there comes risk, but without it there comes boredom, there comes depression, there comes numbness, you know, there comes this laziness. So people say that they want stability, but what they really want is controlled uncertainty, you know, safe surprises. But that's not how life really works, you know. You don't grow by watching the same sunset every day. You grow by navigating the storms. And just like the brain craves patterns, the spirit craves expansion. So where do we go from here is significance. This is a big one. We all want to feel like we matter, that we are important, that we are seen, you know. And there is nothing wrong with that at all, until it becomes your identity, until you know, identify with it. So you see, significance can come from contribution, or it can come from comparing, you know, comparison of others, or something outside of us. So one expands your soul, and the other traps your ego. So when significance becomes a way to cover up a fear of not being good enough, it becomes toxic. You chase status, you chase perfection, you try to impress others instead of connecting. Instead of connection, you try to impress. And here is the real trap of that. Sometimes we even use growth or contribution or both to feed our significance, but it's still the ego running the show behind, you know. So that's why the most outwardly successful people can still feel completely unfulfilled. So it's the perception, you know. Significance isn't bad, but if it's the only need you are feeding, you will be starving somewhere else in the needs. So yeah, let's move on to the love and connection. The need to feel close, the need to feel part of something, to feel belonging to something. But here is where most of us get it wrong. We chase connection through significance. We think, if I'm special enough, if I'm successful enough, then I will be loved. But that is completely wrong. Significance separates us, but love unites. And you cannot do the both at the same time. It's either one. And even more powerful is that there are two types of love. There is conditional and there is unconditional. And conditional love says that I will love you if. Unconditional love says if that I love you. I just love you. Period. So there is love without rules and there is love with rules. So most of us learned conditional love, as you know, kids, as we grew up. Approval when a boy disconnection when we didn't, and we carried that into adulthood. And the true connection starts when you give yourself first unconditional love, and when no one's opinion can steal your inner peace, what you have inside you. So when you stop chasing love and start being love, everything changes naturally. So that's like love and connection. So let's go to growth. Growth is not an option, actually. It's a law. You cannot run away from it. In nature, what doesn't grow dies. It's removed from the system. So the question is not should I grow? It is, will I grow intentionally or painfully? So growth doesn't come from reading books, you know. It comes from facing the resistance, from challenge, from discomfort, from pain. And think about the most powerful moments of growth in your life. They were not easy. They required you to shed an old version of yourself away. So growth requires the black squares of life, not just the white ones, you know, not just the safe. It's the uncomfortable ones. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner life opens up. Then that was growth. And let's go to contribution, the other need of the spirit, of the soul. This is the crown jewel. Because at the end of the day, the deepest human need is to give beyond ourselves. Not to impress others, not to gain anything, any approval, but because it's simply just who we are. So we show up as who I am authentically. And contribution says, I am enough, I have enough, so let me just give from my overflow what I don't need. It's not about being a hero, it's about being of service of others, having a higher purpose. So when you stop needing credit and just start giving freely, openly, without any expectation, that's when fulfillment shows up. And here's what's beautiful. The more you contribute, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more you want to contribute, the more you want to give away. So that's the feedback loop of fulfillment. It just continues to go on, the same loop. So let me ask you, which of these 6 needs are driving your life right now? Which ones have been in the driver's seat without you realizing it even? And which ones are being neglected? Because this is the key. It's not about eliminating any of these needs. It's about becoming aware, becoming conscious of which ones you are prioritizing the most, and why are you prioritizing them the most. So once you bring consciousness to your needs, once you bring choice to your behavior, and that right there is that's right there where the power really is. So yeah, if this spoke to you, just sit with it, let it be with it, and don't just consume it. Reflect, journal, ask yourself questions. What am I doing for certainty that's actually limiting me? What fears am I hiding behind significance? Am I giving to get, or am I giving to grow? So because once you get this, once you feel this, not just in your mind, but in your gut area, your life will never look the same. So thanks for being here. Until next time, stay aware, stay aligned, and stay amazing. Thank you. I love you.